which confirmed that there have been over 200 complaints about breaches of the COVID-19 guidelines in workplaces. And there has not been a single inspection of one of those workplaces. Not one on-site inspection, Taoiseach. That's 200 groups of workers potentially working in unsafe conditions, 200 appeals to the HSA falling on deaf ears. BAM and JPC construction workers on the Intel site were told to return to work on Monday gone, despite the clear guidelines that it wasn't safe to restart work this week. They've been on site this week doing excavation, fitting telecom ducting and other non-essential and non-preparatory work. I have photos and videos. If they blatantly broke the rules this week, what rules are they willing to break next week? Workers reported this to the HSA, as did Breed Smith and me, but no site inspection has taken place and the works continue today. Over 2 weeks ago, a complaint was made, this time to the HSE, regarding Moy Valley Meats, with information from inside the plant that sick workers were working and living alongside other workers. There's a number of confirmed cases of coronavirus in the factory. There's reports some are even doping to keep temperatures down while clearly sick, with management turning a blind eye. We know now that there still has been no inspection of Keelings, because I made a complaint with documentation on the 20th of April, and we know that no on-site inspections have taken place. Taoiseach, these are big businesses breaking the rules. Why are they being allowed to do it? Will you intervene with the HSA now to ensure that there's on-site inspections where there's complaints?
I'm afraid I don't have any information or any details on the companies or particular workplaces that you mentioned, but I will absolutely make inquiries with the HSA. If complaints have been made, there's a procedure that the HSA will follow, and I will make inquiries today with the HSA about it.
I'd ask the Taoiseach whether he thinks it's acceptable that 200 workers or groups of workers have complained about not being safe in their workplaces to the body that eventually we found out they're supposed to complain to, and the HSA has not inspected their workplaces. Is that acceptable? Are workers who are asked to return to work next week expected to have confidence in the system when those who have already complained have had no inspection? It appears that the HSA and the government has been asleep at the wheel, carrying out no inspections at precisely the time that we need strict enforcement. So, Taoiseach, will you intervene now to ensure that there are on-site inspections, starting with Moy Valley Meats, with the Intel site and, of course, with Keelings? And Taoiseach, do you agree that, considering that individuals who break the guidelines can face a fine or a prison sentence, that companies and CEOs who are consciously flouting the rules should similarly face sanctions?
Thanks, Deputy. As I said earlier, I'll have to make inquiries with the HSA before coming to any judgment. I'd like to hear their side of the story. I've heard yours here in this chamber. I haven't heard theirs, but I will make inquiries with the HSA and find out what the factual position is. Under the Organisation of Health and Safety in Work Act, as you know, employers that breach that legislation can be prosecuted and can be fined. And if it's appropriate to do so, well, then they should be.
Murphy, yeah.
Do you agree that workers and unions will have to take action themselves to protect health and safety? If the HSA is not intervening, is not doing the job that it's meant to do, and I have it in black and white from the Minister, over 200 complaints, 0 on-site inspections related to COVID-19, well then unions need to prepare and stand alongside their workers, that you need safety committees elected by workers, and that fundamentally no worker should be going back to work unless they feel confident that they'll be safe. And they can only do that if their own representatives say the proper measures has been put in place.
To conclude.
Thanks. I'm not sure if there was a question there, but like I say, I will make inquiries with the HSA about this today.
Deputy Cahill Berry, on behalf of the